Good evening, good afternoon, whatever it may be. My name is Marissa Franklin Gospel Lotus. I'm the founder and author of DW Psychic Reading. So right now, I'm just going to give you a general psychic and spiritual reading. Normally, I call this universal dispatch. Whichever messages that resonates with you, whether you need to receive it, I'm not going to say or not, even though this message might be meant for you. Due to your occurrence, due to any type of circumstances of what you're going through. So I'm just going to actually give you basically a message that's actually coming to me from a download. There is somebody, forgive me, itching my right eyelid, but you might receive a little bit of good news. Whether it could be dealing with a job opportunity or something that is actually going to perk up some type of mood which you're going through, because at this point I think that everybody is actually, I'm not going to say going through a downfall, but you feel like as if that you're going through a little bit of disappointment, rather that there's a disappointment that's coming in. Be mindful, be careful of that, because you're just allowing disappointments to come through when you always feel like that. When you always feel like you're doubting yourself, or you actually, feel like you're not in the mood. But do something that's inspirational. Do something that's motivational. Okay? Do something that keeps you productive, and maybe that's time for you to do something that's meaningful for you around this time. Do something that's more creative. The reason why you're feeling so lethargic or tired or weak, because you're not being proactive as much. I think it's time for you to be more proactive, okay, throughout this week. So yes, work on your productivity and be more proactive and get more involved with doing certain things of what you want to do, and not force yourself to do certain things of what you do not want to do. So now I'm actually having a mentality thinking is that you always have to save the day, but you don't take the time to save yourself. You feel as if that you always got to be everybody else's hero, but you have not the time to save yourself, as in defending yourself of any type of circumstances that you might face, confrontation you might face, or any argumentation that you might face. I think it's time for you to save yourself, okay? Because you always have to end up saving everybody else, but you have not taken the time to save yourself. So I think it's time for you to be your own hero around this time, okay? And that's the reason why you're drowning, because you're giving your energy to people who does not need it. I mean, yes, we do need to become supportive to people who needs our help, but do not spread yourself thin, okay? You need to start utilizing your energy to actually gain more understanding within yourself and learn about yourself. I think it's time for you to be within yourself rather than helping everybody else to understand themselves. So right now you need to start having a session where you need to start thinking about yourself and exploring yourself, and understanding for who you are and how you need to delegate problems that might come to you rather than worry about delegating everybody else's problems. Okay? So this is time for you to actually be your own hero. So yeah, you're spreading yourself thin. You're spreading yourself thin and actually taking everybody else's burden, taking everybody else's responsibility, and this is time for everybody else to be more accountable of their own responsibilities. Okay? Stop doing everybody else's load. I think it's time for you to focus on your own load, especially when it comes to your job. So that's where the burden is coming from, is that you're taking care of everybody else, but you're not even taking care of yourself. So you need to stop focusing on everybody's problems. You need to start worrying about your own problems, for one. Okay? But yeah, you need to take the initiative to start your own project. When it comes to your child, pay more attention to your child. Your child is not willing to be open up to people because of trust issues, and also it could be some type of dynamics that's going on within the home. Your child could be the reflection in regards to what's going on within the home when it comes to relationships. And that's why she has a hard time being close to people, talking to people, because of the fact that she's actually comprehending the relationship that's going on within the home. Now, I might be talking about a little girl, a daughter. You must have a daughter who actually does reflect upon of how you demonstrate or be more receptive to the relationship that you have within your home. Daughter become non-responsive. The daughter become distant, and sometimes she can be very a little bit irritable. So she's actually reflecting upon the relationship that's taking place at home. Maybe it's time for you to seek consultation for your daughter. So therefore, you can understand where your daughter is coming from and how she feels. Or maybe that you need to find some type of activities to become close to your daughter. So therefore, she become open to you and letting you know how she feels. But I do sense a distance when it comes to children. And the reason why they are becoming more distant when it comes to parents because of the relationship dynamics that's taking place within the home. Depending upon how you communicate with your significant other and how you communicate people within your relationship. Most cases, sometimes the child does not like what they see when it comes to relationships in the home. And they're not comfortable in being with an individual that's not like their parent or that's not like their mother or father. Your child is very uncomfortable in being with your significant other that is not their biological parent. And maybe that you do need to sit down and talk to your child about that, or maybe it's time for you to seek consultation or actually seek a counselor or a therapist that's going to talk to your child when it comes to co-parenting. Okay? Because your child is actually in the age where she does not or he does not understand of co-parenting. You do need to find activity to become very close with your child. Find something that's fundamental where you can actually become more open and actually have like an icebreaker and being close to your child rather than be more distance with your child. Going to reading books, reading fairy tale books, fables, reading books that catches your child's interest. Okay? Maybe that you're trying to work on the vocabulary of your child, or maybe that you could actually just have him or her and practicing and reading a couple pages from the encyclopedia, the dictionary, or a newspaper, since you want to have your child to brush up on their vocabulary. Okay, but do something that's fundamental for your child. I'm not going to say if, you should be more closer to your child. And this is the opportunity for you to be more closer to your child. But when it comes to the mental aspect, I actually see where the confusion is taking place when it comes to this relationship dynamics. It's because of the communication pattern that's going on between you and your significant other. I feel like that you're in a relationship with someone that's older than you. They know that they're more experienced than you, that they're wiser than you, that they feel like they are more intellectual than you. They feel as if they're more dominant within this relationship, which they actually become the oppressor within a relationship, and it actually causes you to have mood swings in a relationship and become more aggressive. Now, you're not acknowledging or accepting the fact of why you're angry and why you become more aggressive is because of how you're not being receptive within this relationship, or how your significant other is not being receptive in this relationship, because your communication is whack. It's kind of off, because your significant other feel that they are dominating in this relationship because they're older than you and wiser than you. You do need to set some boundaries. You do need to let your partner know how you feel and how they treat you in this relationship, as if they're scrutinizing you. And also, you need to work on and stop taking your frustration out on someone who's not making you upset. You need to start working on and taking your frustration out on the person who initiated that frustration onto you, and letting them know how you feel. Stop hiding the truth and stop hiding your feelings. Because when you start hiding the truth or hiding your feelings, that's why you start becoming more angry and upset. It's time for you to let the truth out. Stop withholding the truth. You withholding the truth is because you have a mood swings. It's time for you to let the truth out. Money, money, money. I'm actually getting funny money. I don't know why I'm getting funny money. You might be careful of quick schemes, scams. There are people who are trying to actually give you these opportunities to have you make some quick money, but it doesn't last long. And these are the scams that actually get you in trouble legally, okay? And it could jeopardize your records. So be careful of the quick schemes and scams. I don't know why I'm getting pyramid scams, but be careful of that, okay? Be careful of getting quick money around this time because it's not going to last long. Just because the fact that you think you get 20K in your bank in one day, and also you might end up getting nothing. It might be a negative, zero. Funny because when I say that, because stock is going down, maybe because the stock is going down because a lot of scam artists and con artists is on the rise. Well, relationship, I don't know why I need to touch base again on relationship, but it's the communication. The communications is funky in the relationship field. Work on your communication skills. Talk to your partner directly rather indirectly. When I say indirectly, it's making scrutinized comments, making slide comments. Talk to them directly and tell them how you feel and stop putting your frustration out on other people. Put your frustration on the person who initiates you to have that type of mood. Who put that frustration on somebody who make you upset. Now, I'm not encouraging nobody to get into any argumentations. No, that's not what I'm encouraging. I'm encouraging you to tell the truth to your partner. Let your partner know how you feel. And also set a different tone within the relationship. Because I'm getting a lot of aggression that's going on in this relationship. But it's actually coming from a demonstrating dominance within a relationship. Whereas if that you're probably with somebody, like I said, going back again, this is repetitive. Somebody who's older than you, that's wiser than you, that knows everything that you don't. What makes you feel as if that you're not intellectual as them. It's time for you to put your foot down. It's time for you to set the tone. It's time for you to let your partner know how you feel. It's time for you to tell the truth rather than holding it back. Okay, I'm going to go to tarot. I'm going to work on Santa Marte. It's funny because what comes to mind is that I do not want to give a specific location, but in the islands might experience some type of natural disaster. That's what I'm picking up right now. And the reason why the natural disaster is going to happen due to some type of hex that they're placing the spell on somebody that's telling the truth, and they shouldn't because they're going against divine order. So since they're going against the universal divine order, a divine, well, not divine, but a natural disaster might happen within the islands. If you're currently within the states and your home, your birth home, is in the islands, due to the natural causes, you might end up going back home and fix the damages. Okay? Now, maybe that you are the person who actually paid this witch to do such craft work, which caused them to cause the natural damages within their home in the islands. And therefore, you might end up being called back home to rebuild the damages or rebuild homes because of the damages. Okay? So that might happen. And it might happen, I think, while the weather change is taking place. I don't know, I'm getting it in early May or late May. But that's when I'm taking effect. More like a hurricane. It could be a typhoon or a hurricane. Going to take place back to back. I don't want to say anything to make it seem as if I'm saying it wrong, but some type of locust that might take place as well too. That's what I'm picking up. Let me go to Santa Marte for tarot. Be mindful, be careful of the money in your bank account. If you actually have a joint account, please be mindful, be careful of how much money that you're withdrawing. Make sure you're not trying to spend money that you do not have. I'm actually getting as if you have a habit of spending money that you do not have, that you cannot afford, especially when it comes to a credit card. Stop spending money that you can't pay back. Stop doing that, okay? Just be careful of that. And this is not a good time to make miraculous dealings as well too. Don't be foolish. Do not be foolish in making silly deals around this time, okay? That's interesting. I did mention about you might have to be careful not making silly deals because you might need that money. So this is going to be personal. I know that I said that this is general, but this is going to be very personal. Let me scoop myself up. Okay. But yeah, this is actually going to be very personal. So what I'm getting right now, I'm actually getting it could be a Virgo, Pisces, Gemini. I did say Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Gemini. I did say Gemini. Be mindful careful of your words because wherever for what you might speak, it will happen. If you were to make any type of insult towards somebody, it will happen and they will fire back onto you. So be mindful careful when it comes to criticizing people, when it comes to making sly remarks of people because it will fall back right onto you. Be mindful careful of defamation. Be mindful careful of slandering because I'm actually getting it as if there's somebody might not press charges but sue you for slandering around this time. But that's what I'm picking right now. So be mindful careful of what you speak of because it might happen. Somebody is regretting of going to a practitioner. Whether this could be a male practitioner. And I'm actually getting this could be a air sign man, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius man is actually regretting of going to a practitioner. The reason why he went to a practitioner because he wants to know that if his wife is stealing money from him. Whether his wife is actually taking money from his account or taking money from his bank and uses for miraculous reasons, whether it could be for sex, whether it could be for entertainment, or whether it could be as if, sex. Could be for sex. Drugs, no, I don't get drugs, but most likely for sex and have the escapades and going outings with her female friends, or most likely going out with dudes. Most cases that not only that she's going out with stranger dudes, but actually associates dudes, which could be her husband friends. So he's actually hiring a practitioner to actually give an insight or outlook to see that if his wife is actually spending money or using his money to go to these sexual escapades with his friends, associates. Now, if you have a business, it is best for you to invest your money when it comes to your business rather than making silly investments because you will have people who actually give you ideas and invest your money into their business, but trying to make it seem as if that it's another investment or a stock, but it's actually you making money into their business. Okay, I'm actually getting a hidden agenda, ulterior motives when it comes to dealing with money. So be mindful, careful, and not to give your money to somebody else without any documentations. But right now, I'm actually getting somebody that's regretting themselves of going to a practitioner when they actually give me insight in regards of your wife. You're thinking that you do not have trust with your wife, but in actuality, you never had a trust with your wife. You and your wife married young. Y'all were married because it was out of sex. Okay? It was out of sex. Y'all had a strong sexual attractions to each other. Besides of the astrological natal chart that y'all meant to be together, no. It was based upon sex. That's why y'all married, because it was for sex. It just said y'all had a set. You had a good sexual chemistry. It happens. It's normal. That's everybody. Okay. But now you and your partner do not have any trust. Well, y'all have trust issues. Y'all actually have trust issues. Like y'all don't even know each other. Y'all don't know who you really are. So that's why you are actually confining yourself and thinking to yourself like, well, I'm alone because right now my partner, she doesn't even know me as I know her. I don't see her as she sees me. But right now, as in you as a male, again, I must be talking to Gemini, Libra, Aquarius male who probably has a Virgo in his natal chart that's still thinking that maybe he decided to invest his money to himself and also his business, so therefore he's trying to find ways for his wife not to get the hand of his money. He's trying to keep it as a secret. He's trying to keep it as a hush hush because he does not want the cat out of the bag and let people know that his wife could possibly be a thief. Okay, that was personal. That was personal. But for the general aspects, you do have help that's coming in when it comes to your business, when it comes to your job. I mean, you do have people that's actually watching you and looking at you when it comes to your job. You will have some help that's coming in. And you have people that will defend your honor and also your worth ethics and reputations around this time. So I am so sorry. It looked like a 6, but it looked like a 9, but it's reversed. Yeah, it's meant to be reversed. You're actually giving money to the wrong person. That's what I'm thinking right now. You're actually giving your money to the wrong person. It's very hilarious. I did mention about how a man just feels very, very iffy of putting the money in his bank because his wife might steal his money. So everybody's actually feeling the same way too. That you are afraid of people getting into your account. Not only that people that you do not know, but people that you do know. And the reason why you're afraid of these people getting into your account because it could be addiction, and also maybe because they have a bad relationship when it comes to money. Maybe that you are aware that your partner has a bad relationship with money. Maybe that you're aware that your partner is a con artist or a scam artist, or maybe that you're aware that you married somebody who could be a thief. I'm actually getting the money is going to return to you based upon somebody who has not reimbursed you or somebody who needs to reimburse you. Money will be compensated to you. It will be given to you. Okay? I'm actually getting it that somebody want to make amends or somebody wants to apologize to you for what they have done to you, for keeping you as an option or make you as an option. The reason why this individual wants to come in and apologize to you because they actually see the attention that you're receiving from other people. And they actually hate the fact of you getting more attention than them. Yeah. Generally, I'm going to say this. Money is going to come to you. It's going to be reimbursed to you. Read me out of justice. There's some justification is going to be taking place from some type of adjustment that hasn't done to you, whether it could be a job, whether it could be any type of life circumstances for what you're going through, but it's going to be justified. But like I said, it's going to be some compensation. Maybe there's going to be some money that's going to return back to you. You're going to get some reimbursement. You're going to get some compensation. Okay? I'm actually getting is that there's somebody expect you to put some hand out because they're going to get some money back to you or putting money in your hand. So there's going to be money that's going to be given to you or it's going to be given to you. Okay? Might as well just show you the cards. So I have here is the Wheel of Fortune. I have here is the Six of Pentacles. And I have here is the Seven of Pentacles. 2 sevens. I'm having here 2 sevens. Revolution. Reevaluation, revolution. Something is actually coming together. Somebody is actually calculating something. Whether it needs to be done. Again, like I said, something needs to be given to you, something needs to be given back to you. Okay? And I have here is the Ace of Cups and 2 of Cups. But I'm going to show you the Ace of Cups. I'm going to go down to the 2 of Cups later on. So I have here is the Ace of Cups. And I have here is the 7 of Cups. And I have here is the Empress. Be mindful of your biological clock. I'm just going to say that. Be mindful of your biological clock. Because there is somebody who is coming in that wants to mate with you. Be mindful, careful of your biological clock, my divine feminine. Okay? And I have here the 2 of Cups. You might be dealing with Cancer or Pisces or Scorpio. And I have here is the 7 of Wands. And I have here is the 3 of Wands. Now, I'm going to say this to my divine feminine, or I'm just going to say the general aspects. You have options. You have options. Maybe that you just came from rejection. And now, after you just came from rejection and you probably was healed from rejection, now you have options. Okay? Now you have a second chance of love. People are going to approach you to give you love offers from the woodwork. Maybe that you're going back into the dating game. And meeting different people and dating different people, okay? Even though that you have people who actually see you as that you're not attractive or you're not as attractive, but you are attractive. People actually will suit you as their preference. So, if you probably have experiencing a dry love spell, I would say that, like past couple months or last year, in the beginning of spring, it's actually going to turn into your fruition. Okay? I actually see that love is going to happen in the beginning of spring. That's what I'm saying, because you actually have love offer that's coming in. You actually have people who actually see you as an attractive person. You have people that's attracted to you. But it could be physical, spiritual, and romantically. You have people that's attracted to you. You have people that admire you. You got secret admirers. Like, you got like 3 secret admirers. But you got people who is actually attracted to you based upon for what they see. But there's others who are actually trying to fight their infatuations when it comes to you. That they do not want to admit that they have feelings for you or strong feelings for you. Now, these could be people from the past, or this could be new people that's probably fighting that they have some feelings for you. Okay? They do not want to admit that they're falling for you, but they are. I'm actually getting this with Pisces. I don't know why I keep saying Pisces, but I did say Pisces from my other readings. But you actually have a Pisces who's probably fighting their feelings or fighting the fact that they have feelings for you. And I did mention that they probably have options, but for some reason they want to go out with you. Like, they want to date you. They want to see how it is to be with you or just to get to know you. A Pisces. A Cancer has been admiring you because maybe that the Cancer rejected you, and then all of a sudden, since you healed from that rejection, now the Cancer wants to come back and make amends and also wants to date you too. But you do have people from the past who wants to make amends with you and also wants to date you too. And the reason why they want to date you because of the fact of they see that you are the main attraction. They see that you get attraction from other people, from other people as well, and they don't like that. So now they want to catch your attention. say one of these options could be mostly fire signs, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, who still thinking of you, but they're still trying to ignore the fact that they're infatuated when it comes to you. That they still have some type of sexual attraction towards you, even though they're still with somebody else, the fire signs. But they're probably reminiscent of the fact of how would it be and what would it be like if they were with you or dating you. So they want to take a chance or give another chance. But when it comes to this Empress, I'm actually seeing it as if that you're elevating yourself up, as if that you're actually elevating yourself up when it comes to a new career, new opportunities that's going to come to you, or somebody that wants to give you offers. And I actually do see an offer that's coming in with the Seven of Pentacles too, along with the Seven of Cups, because you actually do have offers that's all around you, even though you don't even see it, but it's going to come to you. Could happen in May or in June. But once this offer starts coming to you, they're going to make their move. But when it comes to the fire signs willing to approach you when you actually start to make a makeover. When you start to make a makeover. That's the only time when a fire sign wants to approach you, when you actually have a makeover. But when it comes to a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, they're not so much into makeovers. They are attracted based upon your beauty for what they see. That's water sign for you. They are actually more attracted for what they see. And, believing as if that they think is beautiful and romantic in a way. But when it comes to like makeovers, like cosmetics and stuff like that, it's beyond that for the water sign. But for the fire sign, it's out of the physical aspect for the fire sign. The only time they will come to your approach you is when you're having a makeover. But yet, even though we have this makeover come, when you do this makeover, people still gonna be attracted to you. So. And also, I actually do see as if you are thinking about having a makeover too. I'm not a doctor, but maybe that I think it's time for you to take some vitamin C supplements too, due to the weather change. I'm just not a doctor, but I think it's time for you to get a physician consultant to see what type of vitamins that you need to take around this time too, when it comes to your health. Or maybe that your child needs to take some vitamin C. There's some changes coming in when it comes to an ending. Okay? Like I did mention before, that it could be a change that's going to take place when it comes to your job, or it could be a change when it comes taking place when it comes to your occupation. More like a revamp. Somebody's going to be replaced, or there's going to be a move or relocation, but there's going to be a change that's going to take place when it comes to your job. Whether that somebody's going to get terminated, whether somebody's going to get fired, you're not going to get terminated, you're not going to get fired, okay? Let me just say that right now. Don't think it's that, is it just me? Am I going to be terminated? No. And I did say this in my last reading. You'll be surprised at the fact that who is going to be terminated and who is going to be fired. Based upon some type of injustice that has been taking place at your job that you didn't even know about. But eventually you're going to find out, due to some type of illegal actions that have been taking place that you don't even know about. But it's going to be mentioned and it's going to be announced by corporate or an individual who represents themselves as a corporate that's going to announce of who has been participating in some type of illegal actions within the workplace, and it's going to be terminated. But there's going to be some changes going to take place when it comes to your job. You're not going to lose your job. Let me just say that. You're not going to lose your job, but you will be surprised who will be terminated. Because, again, you was not aware of the illegal actions. You weren't even part of it. You didn't even know what took place. So, of you thinking that, well, does it involve me? No, it's not. Because you didn't even know anything about it. Okay. You must be careful when you argue when it comes to money. I'm actually getting there could be some type of meaning when it comes to a promotion, or someone wants to talk to you about a promotion. Okay? What I have here is the Two of Pentacles, along with the Temperance, and along with the Ace of Pentacles. So if you're waiting for this opportunity, please wait on it. Wait on it to fester at the right moment, at the right time. Okay, because for some reason you're actually getting some type of hunch and thinking as if that you meant to have this particular opportunity, but like I said from my last reading, it is not meant for you at that time, because maybe it's meant for somebody who needs to learn a lesson to receive that opportunity. And you do not need to repeat yourself and go through that lesson again, because you learned from it. So this opportunity that you're thinking about, let it fester. Let it fester while you're manifesting for something to happen as it should take place when it comes to the Temperance. But you just have to be patient. Okay? You have to be patient, and maybe it's time for you to work on and pursuing the right manifestation and learning what you're asking for. So that's what you need to start working on, is thinking about on what you're asking for when it comes to pursuing some type of opportunity that's meant for you, rather than worrying about chasing an opportunity that's not meant for you. Okay? So right now, what you need to do is just be patient. But I'm actually seeing that somebody trying to negotiate when it comes to an offer or promotion that's meant for you. So somebody is actually trying to look into it, and somebody's trying to find a way to reward it in a contract to give you an offer that is suited for you. Okay? So what I'm seeing right now with the Hierophant, along with the Three of Swords, and with the Lovers, matrimony. Right now I'm actually getting is that somebody is actually revisiting their divorce. Read that you're actually thinking about what happened or what took place, or how this happened, how this come about. Like I said earlier, it starts off in held accountable at what caused the divorce, what caused the breakup, what caused the separation. More like distance. And I'm just going to say that this actually could be different scenarios. One scenario is because of your significant other did not have any sexual attraction towards you since you lost your job. Because ever since you lost your job, you feel as if you're incompetent. You feel like as if that you became a less of a man or less of a woman when it comes to your significant other, to the point that you didn't have no confidence within yourself, and it just make you feel as if there's no spontaneity within a relationship, because you believe that your job made you to be the person of what you need to be. Okay? That's what caused, I'm not going to say the divorce, but what actually caused the distance of the divorce is the security. is that you do not have any security within a relationship. And the reason why you don't have security within a relationship because you feel like as if that you were at lost. Ever since you experienced a laid-off or ever since you experienced a termination. And since the wife does not know how to back you up when it comes to that loss, therefore she didn't have any sexual attraction towards you. So me in saying this is that the reason, okay, she was not sexually attracted towards you since you lost that job. She was attracted to you when you had the job. She was attracted to you because of the fact that you had a title. She was attracted because of the fact that she felt as if that she married a leader and also provider and somebody who meant something to be in her life, who's willing to take care of her and also her family too, a family man. But ever since you lost your job, you feel as if that you lost everything, to the point that you cannot be a leader, to the point that you cannot be a man and also provider. Now, another scenario is that maybe you went to somebody else who was going to uplift you up since your wife cannot uplift you up, which sabotaged the relationship itself. That you probably had an affair with somebody that was going to lift you up, that your wife could have lift you up at that time. I mean, were y'all in a relationship? Yes, you were. Yes, you were, because y'all were not officially divorced. Y'all were still together, but still you had an affair with somebody else at that time. Which did jeopardize the relationship itself. When I said that you need to speak the truth, again, you need to speak the truth. Tell your partner how you feel. Tell her how she made you feel. What really caused the divorce. And ask her why she did not see you attractive. Why she did not see you the man that you used to be, even though you did not have a job. And then maybe it's time for you to tell her how you felt at that time when you lost the job. I mean, yeah, you expected help from your mate because as both of y'all being married, y'all supposed to help each other. Again, you need to let her know of the expectation that you expect from her to help you out while you're feeling down at the time that you lost your job. But, since you did not tell her how you felt at that time, that's why she became distant from you. But then you started to tell it to somebody else who actually used your vulnerability for sex, which led on to temptation. But this is time for you to redress what caused the divorce and also redress what caused the separation to see whether you rekindle the relationship or not. It is up to you to decide. Because like with the Hierophant, the Three of Swords, and the Lover is divorce, but could it be rekindled? It's up to the couples to rekindle the relationship, to revisit the relationship with a spiritual counselor or somebody who has experience in giving consultations to couples to rekindle their relationship and rebuilding and also securing the dynamics within a relationship and telling the truth with one another on how they really feel. Maybe it's time for you to express your vulnerability to your ex-spouse and let your ex-spouse know how you feel at that time. So therefore you have a better understanding of how your ex-spouse feels at that time too. But it's up to the both of you to rekindle that relationship. Maybe that you need to tell her that why you felt insecure at that time. And maybe it's time for her to tell her that why she was not sexually attracted to you at that time. And the reason of her telling you that why she did not, why she was not sexually attracted to you, maybe that could give you the answer of why you're not sexually attracted to women after you have sex with them. As in currently. That will give you the answer of why you are not becoming sexually attracted to these women after you have sex with them currently. Because that could be the puzzle right there. Because you're feeling of what your ex-spouse feels about you. So I think it's time for you to get the answer from your ex-spouse and understanding what causes you to have a missing piece within the relationship or every relationship in which you're experiencing. So it's up to you to revisit that relationship. Okay? So I'm actually getting as if that. So I have here is the Six of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Four of Cups. You're pushing away opportunities that's meant for you. You need to grasp these opportunities. These opportunities will actually help you to start networking with people, talking to people, and also be more involved in social events, and also participate in social events and putting yourself out there, okay? Rather than just making excuses and not being more involved or attending to these social events. It's time for you to be more involved in these social events. Again, like I said, this is a week where you need to be more proactive. Put yourself out there. Make a name for yourself. Start investing in yourself and start initiating that project, okay? Put your name out there and stop thinking as if, because somebody else is doing it, it's too late. No, do it anyway. Do it anyway because you might make it better. You never know. But I think it's time for you to put yourself out there. Stop making excuses of why you cannot attend to that event. Stop making excuses of why you cannot go. Stop making excuses why you don't need to go. Go. Just go. Because you need those opportunities to network, to connect, and also to put your name out there. So, yes. Take the chance. Take the chance, take the risk. Well, I'm not going to say take the risk, but take the chance. Take the chance. Take the chance. And taking a chance and start networking with people and talking to people. Take those chances. So, when it comes to the medical, physical aspects, I'm actually getting a magician, high priest, and a hanged man. And this is the hanged man. Be mindful, be careful of the message you're sending. I have to be aware of that too. But again, I think it's time for y'all to hit the books and study. Get more in depth and study. Beyond the spirituality, beyond your practice, beyond your craft, beyond your spiritual work. And also, based upon the experiences of what you're going through, it could actually be relatable of what you're experiencing when it comes to your spiritual journey, especially when it comes to having reality check. The reason why that what you're experiencing in this world, in this society, is actually help you to understand in yourself what you need to overcome and what you have been overlooking, and also what needs to be resolved. Okay, just because of the fact that you're seeking into spirituality, but you have been denying the reality. The reality is giving you hints and clues about you, and also giving you keys and answers about you. Okay, it is good to do research when it comes to spirituality and to get to knowing yourself, your subconscious mind. But you want to crack into that conscious mind, you need to get back into reality, because the reality is actually telling everything about you. Okay, so yes, it is okay and it is good for you to experience what you're going through when it comes to living in reality, because it tells everything about you, what you need to know. And will also give you the answer in regards to what you're going through in any type of next cases or phases in your life when it comes to in living and surviving in reality. Okay? And sometimes what you learn when it comes to your spirituality is telling you to use it in living in reality as well too. And I have here's the Eight of Wands. You might get some type of messages that might coming in, whether it could be messages from people. Be careful of people, especially when it comes to communication, because it could be some miscommunications. Again, it comes from emotions. It actually comes from pretty much emotions, based upon of who is affecting who and who is triggering who. So be mindfully careful when you receive these communications, because it's actually coming from being emotional around this time. So I'm going to go into Sabila's when it comes to the fortune telling. And also I'm using the fortune telling witch card too. You got money coming in. It flipped over. The right side, you got money coming in. Hold on, let me see. Is this right? Is this meant to be upright? Yeah, you got money coming in. I'm sorry. You got some money coming in. There's some money that's coming in. But use the money wisely. Like I said, stop making silly investments. Stop giving your money to the wrong hands. But use this money wisely. But you got money coming in. And I'm actually getting hit in pregnancy. Somebody is very scared and telling you that they're pregnant, or they do not know they're pregnant, or somebody's actually taking a pregnancy test. But I'm actually getting a hit in pregnancy. That's what I'm picking up right now. I'm actually picking up hidden pregnancy. There's somebody that's coming in that wants to give you some type of good news or what you need to hear. Whether this could be out of urgency. This is somebody who wants to tell you how they really feel about you, that they want to come close to you. This is somebody who wants to get to know you. Whether that somebody wants to ask you out on a date. Now, the reason why I'm taking this long to ask you out on a date, because I'm actually getting as if that somebody's actually being impatient. Whether somebody wants to know that why it's taking this person so long to ask me out on a date, because they are scared and they're trying to work on how they need to approach you and how they need to ask you out on a date. Just be patient with them. Stop trying to force them to get the words out of their mouth. Just be patient with them. Let it come out in the right time. Right now, they're just trying to find a way as how to approach you. But there is somebody who wants to ask you out on a date. But not only take you out on a date, but it could be some type of good news of what you need to hear out of urgency. Whether that somebody needs you when it comes to your work, when it comes to your job, or there could be some extra shift, or maybe that you're going to do some overtime. But there's going to be some good news that's going to come in, okay? Maybe that you want to hear some good news of going back to school or taking some classes. And working on getting another certification. Yeah. I'm actually getting hit in pregnancy. The reason why you're scared and not telling your mate about this pregnancy is because of the fact of maybe the baby does not belong to them, or you just do not want the baby to belong to them. Forgive me. I'm actually getting hit in pregnancy because maybe that is a forced pregnancy. Because I have here is the whip, the rod. Normally when I get this card, that lets me know that whether that of you being pregnant by somebody out of SA, being SA. Okay, and this probably happened while you was in a relationship with this individual. Now you probably decided whether you do not want the baby or whether you need to. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it like that. That you're deciding whether you want the baby or not. But again, like I said, this is like hidden pregnancy. That maybe that you find out you're pregnant, but you decide whether you want to keep the child or not. I actually see that there is somebody who's actually wants to make an arrangement with you. There's somebody who wants to come by and pick you up and want to take you out on a date. My ladies, my significant ladies, because I have here is a good lady. So maybe that you're working on your wardrobe, I should say, having a makeover because there is somebody who's thinking about picking you up or taking you out on a date, or somebody who wants to come by and have a nice conversation with you. Because I do have here is a house. So there is somebody who's going to come by unexpectedly that wants to take you out on a date. For the ones who's actually current in a relationship, who's actually thinking is that they need to have like a health checkup, or actually wants to obtain the status when it comes to their health, maybe that you should get a checkup to see what's the health status within this relationship when it comes to the sexual health within this relationship. I think it is wise and it's a good idea to visit a clinic when it comes to you and your partner to actually have a physical checkup, okay? At this time, maybe that you're thinking about your child's whereabouts in regards of what they're doing, okay? Oh my goodness gracious. Give me 1 second. Because I have the child here in reverse. Be careful when it comes to your kids around this time. Please check on your children. Please check on your children. I did mention that your child is actually be a distance, and they have the reason why they're actually be a distance, and the reason why they're not being open up to you vulnerably because of what's really going on in the home. They're actually reflection upon the dynamics that's going on within the home when it comes to relationship, the way that how you talk to your partner, how your partner talks to you, and now your child does not understand that how to be more receptive when it comes to communication, or how to be more responsible when it comes to communication. You're lucky that your child is not a teen or a preteen, because if they were a teen or preteen, they will cuss you out or talk to you disrespectfully. So right now, I think it's time for you to get some type of consultation of your child and let your child know what their head is going through when it comes to the relationship that's going on within the home. Okay? And maybe that you do need to find a way of saving money when it comes to your child education, or saving money and taking care of your child, and also saving money when it comes to having the dependent benefits for your child's health as well too. Or you're actually is focusing and taking care of your child more than as in dating. So maybe that your main priority is taking care of your child rather than going out and start dating. I mean, yes, you do need to, have a time management when it comes to being in the dating lifestyle, but also you need to start working on and take care of your main priority first, which is your child. Be very careful of who you're impressing around this time, because there is people who actually have ulterior motives, as if they expect to get attention out of you or seeking attentions out of you. Okay? Like I said, stop spreading yourself thin. I think it's time for you to start investing in yourself rather than investing on other people, because these are people trying to instill time from you, and you need to start investing time within yourself and taking care of you, your well-being, your health, and also your mental health too. Because there are people who are trying to steal time from you when you should be working on yourself and also getting yourself together when it comes to your mental health. So yes, stop spreading yourself thin and taking care of other people who does not take care of you. Stop doing that. So, like I said again, and this is going to be a repetitive message, somebody who is trying to lurk around and trying to put some type of hex or put some type of sadness spell on point to you, but it's not working because right now, for some reason, somebody has put some type of protective spell onto you. That's what I'm getting right now. Like, you are being protected because whoever this person is who's trying to put hex upon you is actually fired back onto them. Okay, like they're trying to put some type of depression spell onto you, but it's not working. So you are actually being protected around this time. At this point, be careful when it comes to argumentation, petty argumentation when it comes to relationship, because it's actually on a rise and it's out of pettiness, just little bitty things, just actually out of microscopic things, like when it comes to the home, as in why this is not taken care of, why is that is out of order. If there is something that's out of order within the home, maybe it's time for you and your partner need to talk about what needs to be done within the house. Okay? Somebody is trying to work in a separation spell, but for some reason it's not working out. It's not. It's not. You need to spend more time and learn how to talk to your partner. That's why I said setting the tone. Set the tone. Be mindful, careful of taking your aggression out on the wrong person. Okay? But you need to start setting the tone, as in telling your partner the truth. Telling your partner how you feel rather than withholding the truth. Okay? Because that's where the aggression is coming from, is that you're not telling the partner the truth of how you really feel about this relationship. Y'all actually withholding some type of, I'm not going to say a lie, it's just that y'all afraid to tell each other the truth, but maybe it's time for y'all to tell each other the truth. You need to hire like I said, go to a specialist who will actually help you in understanding and working the dynamics of the relationship, or give you a secure foundation within the relationship itself. Go to a marriage counselor that will help you and teach you and your partner to talk to each other and set in the right tone. Okay? But what I'm getting from this relationship is that you and your partner is afraid of telling the truth. Y'all need to work on that. Yeah, you actually do have some type of enemy that's actually trying to work on some type of sadness spell onto you. You know what? This is what I'm actually picking up. Whoever this enemy is trying to work on this type of sadness spell onto you is actually might experience some type of separation and also death within the family, where they could be with a pet. I'm trying to understand why y'all thinking that y'all good in placing hex on people and you think it's not gonna fire back onto you. I'm trying to understand that, like, why y'all thinking that y'all don't receive the consequences of that at all. Like, y'all think it's gonna be a hit miss? Y'all think it be just because of the fact that, oh, you decide to hex somebody because they're telling the truth about you, that it's gonna work? No, it's not gonna work, because that person does not deserve to be hexed at all. And just because you're doing that out of evil, it's gonna fire back onto you and your loved ones too. Like, you don't see it? Okay. So I'm actually having here is that the enemy is actually waiting for you to feel more depressed, waiting for you to feel more sorry, but they're going to end up feeling more sorry of themselves for doing something they should not be doing to you. I mean, overall, I had the Justice card in Santa Materia. Or Santa Marte, I'm sorry, I don't know why I said Santa Materia, but Santa Marte, that something's going to be justified. Something is going to be justified. So anybody who has been trying to do any wrongdoings onto you is actually going to fire back onto them. So, your lover. Use your discernment. Your lover. Your lover. This is somebody who is educated. This is somebody who could be a scholar, or this could be a professor. Okay, whether he's working in community college or a college, that's going to approach you and make a love offer to you. Okay, and he wants to take you out on an event, whether it could be an opera, whether it could be other extravagant event or elegant event. Like I said, you might have a makeover. You will have a makeover. Then you will start catching other people's eye. But there is somebody who wants to take you out on a date. This could be an educator. This could be a professor. Or this could be somebody who actually research or actually is in a research department that wants to take you out. So again, this person that you might end up dating could be a professor or a teacher. Be careful when it comes to your boss, because right now your boss is really not in the best mood around this week. So if you want to start a conversation with your boss, wait until everything is calmed down. Wait until everything is calmed down, because it's not a good time for you to actually have that conversation with your boss or confront your boss just because of the fact of what they have done. I'm just going to make this an example. If your boss had cut your check, this is not a good time for you to confront them about that, because they're going through a lot. Okay, so be very careful and have a conversation with your bosses around this time, because they're not in the bestest mood at all. So I'm actually getting as if that somebody is stealing tithes from the church, or somebody is miscalculating tithes in the church. What's that all about? So somebody wants to dig into the pan and use that money on a new vehicle or a new house. I'm just saying that as an example, but I'm actually getting at somebody is actually stealing tithes from the church. What's that all about? And also you're feeling as if maybe that you're not getting paid as you should, or maybe that somebody is actually treating you like dirt just because that you voluntarily giving your service to the church. Going back on what I said and speaking the truth, and also be very careful not to put your frustration out on people who does not initiate that frustration. You need to take your frustration out on that person who initiate that frustration. Be very careful of your anger. It's time for you to set boundaries on the person who initiate that anger. Okay? It's time for you to set that tone with that person to make you feel the way to how you feel. Alright? Going back into somebody who's actually treating you, and who actually does not, treat your kindness for weakness for one, but actually taking advantage of, you giving service to the community. You need to tell them how they treat you. Okay? You actually need to tell them how they treat you, and you need to put your foot down and say, if you're going to end up treating me this way, and you don't see me put as much service to the church, for an example, maybe I could give my service to somewhere else where I could be treated respectfully. Because I feel like as if that I'm not treated respectfully every time when I put my service into this church. Going back on what I'm saying, stop spreading yourself thin. Stop giving your service to people who actually does not respect you. Okay? Be very careful who you invested in. Stop investing in people who actually does not respect you at all. You need to start investing in yourself, taking care of your well-being, and also take care of your mental health. Stop being everybody else's hero if they do not respect you or do not appreciate your service at all. Be careful of that. So when it comes to, there's a positive change that's going to take place when it comes to a negative effect. I'm actually getting it's going to be an uplift when it comes to a negative effect. Okay, a negative effect is not going to take place, but there's a positive change that's going to take place when it comes to this negative effect. But when it comes to this Leo, I'm actually seeing that Leos, that you are working on your attitudes. For some reason, you have felt irritable. You have felt like you are upset, and sometimes you can be very in denial when you get into that aggression mode. But right now, you are actually working on your attitude and also working on your behavior, that you are actually taking a positive cope mechanism. Maybe that you think about going to therapy. Maybe you think about going to group consultations where you're actually going to a group, anonymous group, and venting people about your problems, venting people about your issues, and venting people of how you're being treated. So maybe that you are thinking about journaling. Maybe that you're thinking about going to meditation. Or maybe it's time for you to go back into the meditation. Or maybe it's time for you to go back to the temple. So therefore you will have a peace of mind. My Leos. So my Leos, around this time you are actually finding a better cope mechanism that will help you work on releasing that anger. So right now you feel like that you're in a crossroad, but the reason why you are in a crossroad because it's actually going to help you. Not seeking the opportunity, but you're actually in a standstill while this opportunity is being presented to you. This opportunity is going to present to you. This opportunity is going to be given to you while you are in this crossroad. You feel like as if that you're not in the path where you need to be, but since you are in that path, you are going to be presented to this. You are going to be presented with this opportunity that is meant for you. What did I say? Stop chasing the opportunity that's meant for you. Allow the opportunities come to you that is meant for you. Okay, so while you are in this conflicting moment, while you're in this crossroad, this opportunity is going to be presented to you. Okay, because again, like I have here is a crossroad, and I have here is great happiness, and I have right here is a little child. Now, if you have a child, like I said, do something that's fundamental with your child to get closer to your child, and maybe that your child will tell you how they feel when it comes to being in that relationship, or being in a relationship with somebody that's not that biological parent, or actually being part of the co-parenting. So when you're doing productive fundamental things with your child is actually going to be open to you and telling you how they feel in being in that environment. Okay? Be mindful, be careful. I know my hands. Be mindful, be careful of people who has actually the right decision when it comes to love. Because I'm just gonna say this, it's not honorable as it is, and the reason why the love is not as honorable because they still have attachments and they're still working with their ex, and also they still have options. Be patient. Be patient. Don't rush into love. Do not rush into love, especially with somebody that's really not ready to be in love. That's not ready to be in a relationship at all. Because they're actually not telling you the full story of why they do not want to be in a relationship, because they're still dealing with somebody else, they still have attachments, and they're still dealing with their ex. If you are being with somebody intimately, use protection. Because this individual is not ready to have a child. Even though they have a child of their own, but they're not ready to have another child. Okay? Even though you felt that this relationship is mutual, but they're not ready to have a child with you. So please use protection with this individual. Because this individual is not actually telling you everything when it comes to their previous relationship. I'm just going to end this with the oracle, okay? Refusing to see. What did I just say? What did I just say? I'm actually feeling as if that y'all are pinched in and holding up the truth. That y'all are afraid of expressing the truth to one another when it comes to relationships. Two of Swords. Y'all are actually in denial. That y'all do not want to see the truth. Y'all do not want to hear the truth of what the person has to say about you and what you have to say about another person too, but y'all need to hear the truth. Because if y'all don't actually tell the truth about one another, y'all are actually picking up anger, picking up frustration within the home. And y'all are creating balance within a home. And again, the reason why the child is actually being distant is because they are becoming very comprehensive when it comes to emotional behavior that's displayed within the home. That's where it starts. That's where the violence starts. When there is uncomprehensive emotional behavior that's going on within the home. When you're having pent up emotions. Y'all need to tell your partner how you really feel based upon what they're doing and what you do not like seeing what they're doing. You want to know why you having mood swings. You want to know why you angry all the time. You want to know why you're frustrated because of the way that how your partner talks to you, how to be more dominating over you, how to be possessive over you, but how they feel as if they're more intellectual and more experienced than you. And you do not like the way that how they talk to you. And now your child is actually seeing how your partner's talking to you. It makes them feel as if this is what love is all about. Your child is acting out based upon what they're seeing in the home. And when I said working on that aggression, the reason why you need to work on that aggression because you need to stop pinning up that emotion. And you pin up that emotion because you're afraid of speaking the truth. Not only speaking of the truth, but you're afraid of seeing the truth of it all that's going on within the relationship itself. You need to start talking to your partner. You need to start telling your partner how you really feel. You need to start telling your partner how they're treating you, how they're making you feel. And if they do not understand of how they make you feel, then it's up to you whether you want to be in this relationship or not. But you need to start speaking the truth. Not only in love relationship, but that's every relationship as well too. And like I said, stop spreading yourself thin and stop being everybody else's hero because now this is time to be your own hero. You need to start setting boundaries with yourself. You need to start defending yourself. You need to start speaking up for yourself. And telling the truth. So stop spreading yourself thin. It's time for you to be selfish and defending yourself. So I'm going to leave it right here. If you want a personal reading, you can always contact me on TikTok at Nisha Girl number 9, or you can contact me at DW Psychic Reading at Instagram. I know I fall upon a different name by a number on Facebook, but I do thank you for taking the opportunity and watching my live video, and I hope you have a wonderful and beautiful, beloved week.